What? Look at BigXThaPlug on my metal glasses. Man, they tripping, bro.
That clip captured everything. Big X, the plug, standing outside a Dallas strip club. New Year's confetti scattered across the pavement. Panic in his voice, shock on his face. His close friend had just been shot in the head. But what no one expected was who allegedly leaked the footage, because it didn't come from Big X's camp. And once you understand how that video surfaced, the entire story takes a different turn. Let's break it down. This was a New Year's nightmare in Dallas. See, when you step into Dallas nightlife, especially on New Year's Eve, you already know the energy can shift at any second. The city's rap scene has taken heavy losses over the years, losing key figures and watching internal conflicts destroy what could have been unity. So when Pink House Dallas announced its grand opening for December 31st, 2025, the city was buzzing. A brand new venue, fresh energy, and some of Dallas's biggest artists set to ring in 2026 the right way. The lineup was stacked, and sitting at the top of the bill was BigXThaPlug, a Dallas native who had been on an unstoppable run. Platinum plaques, mainstream crossover success. If you've somehow been sleeping on Big X, let's get you caught up. He burst out of the Dallas scene with a sound that blended Southern trap with a country edge that nobody saw coming. His record Texas went double platinum with over 330 million streams. Then, followed, hitting triple platinum status. From collaborations with Rohama, Jelly Roll, and even Shabuzi, Big X proved he could cross lanes without losing authenticity. His album, I Hope You're Happy, released in August 2025, solidified it. He wasn't a one-hit wonder. He was evolving, versatile, and in position for long-term success. But success in rap, especially when you come from the streets, comes with eyes watching. Not everyone celebrates your wins, and Big X had been dealing with mounting pressure. In February 2025, he was arrested for unlawful firearm possession. Then again in August 2025, another stop, more weapons, and some loud, forcing him to cancel album appearances. Blogs were talking, the streets were talking, the spotlight was getting hotter. Still, Big X kept moving forward, focused on music and keeping his circle tight. And one name stayed right by his side, Z the Wizard. Z the Wizard, born Zachary Cannon Grant Fields, was only 25 years old and came straight out of Oak Cliff, South Dallas. His story was one of resilience. Once chasing a football career, an injury shut that door. But instead of folding, Z redirected his focus to music, and it paid off. Projects like Hood Prophet and Wiz Who Is Z showed a different type of artist. Motivational, disciplined, focused on survival instead of senseless beef. The Dallas Observer named him one of the top 20 rappers to watch in DFW. He built a loyal following, pulling in around 25,000 monthly Spotify listeners, grinding track by track. Then in August 2025, his moment came. Z signed to Future's Freebands label, a massive co-sign. G Herbo showed support. Rod Wave showed love. Suddenly, Z's path to mainstream success looked real. This was part of a new Dallas movement. Artists like Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, Head Huncho Amir, and Hamathi Chung pushing unity, trying to move past the violence that had haunted the city since MO3's murder in 2020. So when New Year's Eve arrived and both Big X and Z showed up at Pink House, it was supposed to be a celebration. Midnight was approaching, bottles were popping, the club was packed. Big X was there to perform, and Z was right beside him, his day one, his mentee, the artist he brought on tour and publicly co-signed at every opportunity. The night was supposed to represent unity, growth, a fresh start for Dallas rap. But the streets don't take holidays. Around 3:45 to 3:50 a.m., on January 1st, 2026, things went left in the parking lot. Reports say a dispute broke out. Some claim it started inside the club, possibly over Z throwing money during his performance. Others say tensions escalated once people stepped outside and words were exchanged. Whatever sparked it, the situation exploded fast. Witnesses say individuals approached Z, accusing him of stealing something. A fight broke out. Guns were drawn, possibly pulled from nearby vehicles. According to street accounts, there were multiple weapons involved, including pistols and AR-style rifles. Then chaos. Gunfire erupted across the parking lot. When it was over, 5 people had been shot. 4 victims were rushed to nearby hospitals with non-fatal injuries. But Z the Wizard was hit the hardest, taking multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the head. BigXThaPlug was still inside the club when shots rang out. Reports say he ducked behind the bar during the chaos and escaped unharmed. But when he finally made it outside and realized what had happened to his brother, his reaction was captured on camera. There he stood wearing an orange jacket, surrounded by pink neon lights, shaken to his core.
What? Look at BigXThaPlug on my metal glasses. Man, they tripping, bro.
That footage captured something that couldn't be staged. Raw, unfiltered pain in real time. BigXThaPlug, learning that his close friend, the artist he had been building with and supporting, had been shot in the head on a night meant for celebration. The clip spread fast, pulling in hundreds of thousands of views as people reacted, speculated, and argued online. That same night, Dallas police were overwhelmed with more than 700 calls related to New Year's celebratory gunfire, which made it harder to immediately focus on the Pink House shooting. While authorities worked, social media exploded, mixing real updates with rumors, turning tragedy into content. At first, reports falsely claimed Z the Wizard had died at the scene. His affiliates quickly shut that down, asking for prayers and urging people to stop spreading lies. Z was still alive. On life support, fighting for his life as the Dallas rap community waited in fear. On January 5th, 2026, the worst was confirmed. Z the Wizard passed away from his injuries. He was just 25 years old, a rising artist, a father, and someone who had recently secured a major label deal. His death sent shockwaves through hip-hop. Tributes poured in, and his music streams surged as fans tried to connect with his legacy. But as real mourning took place, darker narratives started forming online. That viral video of Big X's emotional reaction became a target. Rumors claimed his enemies were spreading the footage to mock him, pushing the idea that the shooting was a hit meant for Big X and that Z was caught in the middle. Let's be clear, there is no confirmed evidence supporting that claim. The video went viral naturally, shared by blogs, my hip-hop pages, and regular users. Police have not confirmed any targeting or involvement from rivals. Then came the wildest theory of all, that Big X himself was somehow responsible. Some online creators dissected blurry footage, frame by frame, claiming betrayal over money or deals. Again, there is zero forensic or official evidence backing this. Dallas police have not implicated Big X in any way, and the investigation remains open. Another theory suggested the shooting was a targeted attack due to Big X's rising fame, but police described the incident as a random parking lot altercation, not a planned hit. No prior threats have been confirmed, and none of Big X's past disputes have been linked to the shooting. Graphic footage from the parking lot later surfaced, disturbing many viewers. Here, people speculated whether it was shared to taunt or claim responsibility, but authorities have not verified those claims. Z the Wizard's memorial was held peacefully on January 11, 2026 in Dallas. Family, friends, and fans came together dressed in blue to honor his life. His mother later started a GoFundMe for funeral costs, defending her son's legacy amid online criticism. What this tragedy revealed is something hip-hop has faced for decades: violence followed by misinformation, conspiracy theories, and internet exploitation. We've seen this pattern before, from Tupac and Biggie to Nipsey Hussle and XXXTentacion. When answers don't come quickly, speculation fills the void. What makes this situation even more painful is that the Dallas rap movement was actively pushing unity. BigXThaPlug used his platform to uplift artists like Z the Wizard, bringing him on tour and supporting his career. Z himself focused on motivation and growth, not street beef. Yet despite all that progress, violence still found its way in. As of January 15, 2026, no arrests have been made. The case remains under investigation. Big X has stayed mostly silent, but reports say he fulfilled several of Z's final wishes, letting actions speak louder than words. Z the Wizard was taken too soon, a young artist with real momentum, real talent, and a real future. Big X lost a brother, and Dallas lost another voice it couldn't afford to lose. Rest in peace, Z the Wizard. Long live the Wizard. Thanks for watching. If you want more real stories from hip-hop, click one of the videos on your screen now.